Hello, I'm Ikey Owens, and we're at my keyboard rig right now, and we're going to talk about my lovely Mantic pedals. On the sub fatty and the little fatty, I'm using the vitriol and the Isaiah delay. Basically, here's the mode without the vitriol. Here's it with the vitriol. So as you see, it kind of gets a little more analog, especially on the little fatty, which is more the register. Like adds more of like the tone of the old circuitry of the mode, which I like a lot, but of course I like the new ones because they're way more stable and easier to use, but this kind of takes it back to a little more vintage sound, and especially on the little fatty, it kind of really does a lot of nice tricks when you kind of work it with a lot of the different stuff. Like that's the high end of the vitriol cranked up, the tracking. So it kind of does some cool stuff as far as making it have a more vintage feel. And then on the rig over here, I have my SV1 that runs into my pedal board down here. It's not in the reverb, but I do have it on the tail end, another Isaiah, so I can just dub things out. And it has a really nice delay. It's not choppy, it's not overbearing, it just blends in really well. So I like to keep it on the end so I can play with it as opposed to my DD3, which I just keep set and stable for my nice, clean, well-behaved delay. But this is the one I like to have fun with.
Alright, so I got an update about this opening. I'll tell you when they quit making those.
So that's easy for that, and they got big knobs. And then lastly, on the organ, I'm running the Proverb, which has become one of my favorite pedals. I've used it in a lot of different gigs, like pop gigs and more gnarly rock gigs like this. And it just gives a nice, the reverb on this went out, we just replaced it with the Proverb. And I like it again because I can just reach down with my foot and go from a nice normal reverb, which is where I have it set now. And I can up the amount really easily and just get more of that. Or I can really bury it and go and turn the num up. And it has like a nice delay at the end, but it's not really a delay, so it doesn't fuck with the time. It's just this kind of like, I don't know, feedbacky reverb that kind of works really well. So that's pretty much how I use my Mantic stuff, and it's been really nice playing it. We've all enjoyed it. And, I've been using it at home in different gigs, but this is my rip for Jack White and how I use my Mantic stuff with it. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it.